Hey y'all, it's Jennifer. I'm also known as your weird aunt through my skincare business, and I hope that you will click that link below and check out my Facebook page. I do have an eCrater store as well, which I'll also link, but you don't have to order from eCrater. You can order on Facebook just by sending me a message, especially if you want a custom skincare product, which I can do, or a custom fragrance, which I can also do. But today, I recently did a Nadine West unboxing or unbagging, and was not happy about that, and I will post that soon. Maybe before this one, I don't know. But I did go to Hobby Lobby today. I've said it before and I'll say it again. A lot of people will refuse to go to Hobby Lobby because of their politics. I don't agree with them either, but in my case it's a matter of practicality. We only have 2 craft stores in town, and our Michaels does not have near the selection that our Hobby Lobby does. That, and they're cheaper, and so I mean, I'm sorry if you don't agree with that. That's fine if you want to boycott them. I just don't, and I don't really believe in boycotting because I don't think it really does much good, except it inconveniences you. And a lot of people question my principles for that reason. Well, you can question my principles all you want to. Just how I am about that sort of thing, and I'm glad that you can stick to your principles as far as politics are concerned, but I just don't combine politics and shopping. I keep that separate. So forgive me if you don't like Hobby Lobby. That's okay. You can keep it to yourself. But anyway, I did go to Hobby Lobby today, and they had a lot of stuff on sale. Their spring shop stuff was 66% off. And the reason I went today was because, number one, I had to go to the doctor with my poor little foot, which is unhappy and probably either arthritic or has tendonitis. I just had some time to kill in between that and my oil change. And so I went to Hobby Lobby, and I also went because I knew that I went to their website. I always check out their weekly ad before I decide I want to go to see what's on sale, and they did have their soap bases and candle bases on sale, which I wanted to take advantage of. But okay, let's go in and see what my Hobby Lobby haul was today. First things first, Donkey Milk soap. I love this stuff. It's the greatest soap, and again, another reason I go to Hobby Lobby. It's the only place I can find it. I know it sounds weird, but Donkey Milk soap is really, really rich and conditioning, and it makes a beautiful melt and pour soap. It's nice and hard, so it'll hold up. I combine it a lot of times with Wholesale Supply soap bases, which I'm going to have an order from them come in tomorrow, and I'll do an unboxing for that as well. But I love this stuff. It's usually about, I think it's, the price on here is $21.99. It was 30% off, so I got it for 16 some odd, I think it was. I can't do math, especially percentages in my head, but yay. And one of these will last me about 3 to 6 months, depending on how much soap I make. So one of my favorites. I use it all the time. You should try it. Okay, so there's my Donkey Milk, and I also got some of their goat milk soap base, which or melt and pour soap base, but I would have gotten this from Wholesale Supply, but I tend to only get it when it's on sale, and it wasn't on sale at Wholesale Supply. So and theirs works just fine. I was almost out. This is another of my typical, like, I always have it, goat milk soap base, and so there's that, and theirs is actually quite good. Goat milk soap base also was very conditioning. It's a little bit softer than the Donkey Milk, and so that's why I like to combine them, because it you kind of end up with like the perfect like hardness and consistency for melt and pour soap. But okay, moving on. Okay, moving on. I had not seen these there before, that I wanted to try it. What these are is sponges that you can put body wash in, or any kind of soap in, that's like a infused sponge. I'm sure you've seen them both on unboxing videos and in the stores. I've recently got one at Walmart that was for the feet, and I absolutely loved it. It had this wonderful lather to it, and it felt so good on my feet. And I thought, well, and the reason I got it was I was thinking, well, I might could do something with this if they ever come out with these sponges that have nothing in them. And so lo and behold, here they are. So I only got one set of these. These are small ones. I did not see any that were any larger. I imagine if I decide I want to go into making these for my business, then I'm sure I can find them online somewhere, but I haven't looked yet. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that. It even has directions on the back for how to load them up and cure them and everything, and so I'm actually looking forward to trying this out. Like I said, this is just a trial thing, and I'll let y'all know how that turns out. Okay, and I'll also, oh well, I'll just do this one real quick. And also they also had their jars on sale. And I like to get my jars from them because they always have really nice ones, and and whenever they have them on sale, they're half off. And I got one of these. I have a larger, more like a ball jar type that I use to make infusions, and I thought this would be good for making infusions as well, because this larger size is just so much easier for things like my 4 Thieves and my fabric softener that I make with white vinegar, which I'm going to have a video about that soon up. Anyway, these were half off. This was $6.99 original price, so I paid $3.50 for it, so yay. And I got that, and I also got some sewing and fabric stuff. I really love to ice dye, and I haven't tried the shaving cream one yet, but I have the stuff to do it. I'm just going to get around to it. I love ice dye and tie dye, and I do it a lot. And actually, I have some tea towels, some flour sack towels that I dyed for my booth when I have a booth, just for decoration, and I have too many of them, and so I thought that I might. I'll get to that when I get to the waste canvas, but anyway, but I did get some RIT dye. This is pretty much the only kind I use. The tulips are good too, but I just don't feel like they give as rich of a color as the RIT dyes do. And I got wine, which is one that I use all the time because it's one of my favorites. It's this wonderful burgundy color, which is pretty much my favorite color. And I wanted to try one that's a little bit different. I got this emerald, which is a kind of a brighter, kind of bluey, little bit green, and I just wanted to see how that looked, because I got several shirts, white shirts at Goodwill, and that's one of the things I look for at Goodwill is white shirts that I can dye, because actually I have 2 or 3 little shirts that I like to layer things, and so what I'll do is I'll wear like a sleeveless top, and then I'll put like a short sleeve shirt over it in the summer, or a long sleeve shirt in the winter. And I love to, and I can never find colors I like, because I like bold colors, I like dark colors, and it's hard to find those sometimes depending on what's in style. So I like to do dyes on white shirts and wear that over things, and I'm actually going to do some of those soon. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to ice dye them or tie dye them. I'll probably do a little bit of both because I have several. But there are those. And another reason that I do like Hobby Lobby is the shopping experience at Hobby Lobby is this RIT dye. It is $2.99 there. At Michael's it is $4.49. So same thing, $4.49. That's why I get it at Hobby Lobby. And they have more colors than like Walmart, so that's why I get those at Hobby Lobby a lot. Okay, and I also got some waist canvas. I do cross stitch as well, and I was going, as I was saying, I do the ice dyes. I have those flour sack towels, and I was thinking about doing a kind of, I have several cross stitching books about designing your own samplers, and I was thinking about designing and doing a sampler on one of those. And I got this, I've already got some waist canvas, the kind that you soak and then kind of tear out, but I went ahead and got and kind of pull out thread by thread, and I got this tearaway just to have a different option. I haven't used it yet. I haven't used either of them yet, but I kind of wanted to try both types and see which one I like better. And I'm thinking if I do the flour sack towels, this will be better because it's stiffer, and those flour sack towels are so thin that it might be difficult to stitch on with the soaking waist canvas. So I got the tearaway just to see how that will do, and that's only $2.99. So, you know, and they do have decent Aida. A lot of people don't like their Aida. I'm not as picky as a lot of cross stitchers. Like some cross stitchers are like, I would even call it uppity about the materials that they use. Like, I only use DMC. I only use this. I only use that. I use what's pretty. I use what works. I use what is inexpensive. And so I get all different types of floss. Please stop calling them threads. That for some reason that drives me crazy. They start calling it threads now. It's floss, okay? For embroidery and cross stitch, it is floss. but that's just a Jennifer thing. I'm sorry, but I get all kinds of different brands of floss because I don't always follow the color chart. I actually kind of do my own thing with color charts, and a lot of times I like to use smaller. Like for instance, I like to use smaller motifs to create one picture. Like this was the little raven silhouette was one, and the little owl was another chart, and I just kind of free-handed this moon, and right now I'm just filling it in with a background, which again I'll get to in a minute, but I just like to kind of cobble together different smaller charts to create one scene, and I love doing that. It's so much fun. I like it better than just doing a kit and just following a chart, you know, thread for thread. But anyway, but that was that. And another thing about cross stitch is I got a few of these little bookmarks, and they're kind of like the paper, and they have all different. They have like a craft brown and a black and a white. And so I thought these would be awesome to do like little mini motifs on there and fill them in, and I could give them as gifts. And so I got this because I thought it might be fun to play with. And this was $5.99. It's a little bit much, but you get 8 bookmark things in there. So I figured that's worth it. So that's less than $1 a piece. So that's cool. But I'll again, whenever I get to stitching these, I'll let y'all know and show y'all how they ended up. And I also got some floss. Again, it's floss, not threads. I'll stop about that. I'm sorry, but I love this DMC Moulin Etoile, and I probably pronounced that incorrectly. If you speak French better than I do, which almost anybody who speaks French speaks it better than I do. But anyway, this is, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like a little sparkle to it. Like it's basically a color, and it's got little sparklies embedded in the floss, and I absolutely love it. it can be a little fiddly to stitch with, but the way that you combat that is with wax. Now, some people only use thread conditioner, which is different from wax, but this is just plain old beeswax. It's been working for centuries. It still works just fine, so I just use wax. But anyway, I wax these before I start stitching with them, and it does help a lot. I don't get nearly as many knots and stuff when I'm stitching when I wax it, because the thing is that it's got a little bit of stretch, and if you ever cross stitch or embroider, then you know that things like metallics and things like this that stretch more can be horrendous to work with, but they are so pretty, and I've cracked the code on how to work with them. So yeah, I just got this red color, which again, red is my favorite color, and I already had some, but I just figured, well, I'll probably need it at some point, and I went ahead and got some. And I got a hot pink, which is not a common color for me, but I thought it looked pretty, and I needed something a little bit different, so I got the hot pink. And then I got this wonderful blue that I love using for night sky, which is what I'm using on this piece right here for the background, is I'm using this kind of sparkly, because I'm going to backstitch in glow-in-the-dark thread on some of these, and my little moon is got glow-in-the-dark thread in it, and the owl's little eyes have glow-in-the-dark thread, which I absolutely love that there's such a thing as glow-in-the-dark thread. But I just think it's cute, and I'm actually really enjoying working on this one. And this is a little frame Aida canvas thing that I just thought was really cool, and I haven't entirely decided how I'm going to do the border of it, but I was thinking I might use some number 3 floss that I have and kind of like just loop it over and see how that works out. But I'll let y'all know how that turns out. But there's, I'm proud of that one, so I'm showing it all. Okay, now the real bargain stuff I got. Oh wait, I forgot one of the pieces. But the real bargain stuff that I got was the Spring Shop stuff. And I say it was 66% off this week. So if you have a Hobby Lobby and you don't mind shopping at Hobby Lobby, now is the time. Because I love their little boxes. And this was normally a $12.99 box, which I would never spend in a million years for something like this. But for 66% off, I will. And I just think it's so cute. And I haven't decided what I'm going to store in it yet, but I just think it's really pretty. And so I went ahead and got that, and it was the last one left. And I'm super jazzed about this other stuff I got. I got this 1.5 quart slow cooker, of all things, at Hobby Lobby. A 1.5 quart slow cooker for, what was it? I believe it was $7. $7 for that. So I'm really excited about that. I wanted a smaller one because I'm about to start using my ginormous one that I don't really need for food, for making Castile soap. And I don't really want to use a food appliance for soap making and stuff like that, especially when you're talking about lye and things like that. But I have this huge one, which you might be able to see in the background over here on my my super old school thing that I got from my grandmother. But I'm going to start using that for soap, and it's just me, and so this 1.5 quart one is a perfect size, and it's red, again, my favorite color. But it's really, really cool that I found this, because I have been trying to find one for a while to replace that one for food. And so I was super jazzed about this. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to take it all the way out, but it's just like a perfect size for like a stew that I can, or a stew or a soup or something, or maybe even a small roast, a small roast, not a big roast, that I could use this for. And I make soups all the time, like stone soup, as it's known in some places, stone soup being a soup that you make with what you've got on hand. And that's actually a really cool story if you ever want to look that up online, where that word comes from, because I love words and things like that. But anyway, stone soup is, this would be great for stone soup, and I could probably eat for a couple of days on that much soup. So I was pretty happy about that. They did have larger ones for $49. They were $49.99 originally, and they were $17 at 66% off. So they did have larger ones than this, if you're interested in that. At least my Hobby Lobby still had some left. But I thought that was a great bargain. And I also got this food processor, which I have been needing a decent sized food processor for years, but they're so expensive, or they're super cheaply made. And I found this one at the Hobby Lobby for $17 at the 66% off. And it comes with all your attachments. It's even got a little grater in there, which not all of them come with that. And of course your pusher. And it also has a slicer attachment. And this is a 7-cup food processor, which is all you ever need, and it's fairly compact, and it's red. So I thought this, and it looks like it's got some weight to it. It seems like it's well made. And so I got this for $17. So I'm really happy about that. I had thought that I might use, of course, I have a mini chopper, which I use for infusing aloe gel and things like that. And that was all I had for the longest time. And so I'm really excited to have a full-size one, because that'll make a lot of things so much easier for me. Because I hate to cut and chop things. But yeah, I was super excited to find that for $17. But yeah, I felt like I did quite well today at Hobby Lobby, and my bank account probably doesn't agree, but I got a lot for the amount that I paid, and I was pretty happy about that. It's, granted, not everything was on sale, like the floss, or at least the DMC floss was not on sale. The Artis floss is, and it's perfectly good floss. I have several colors of it, and I quite enjoy it. I think it looks just fine, especially if you're not worried about matching DMC shades. Artis is fine. But the DMC floss is not on sale. But I was excited to see that they had the Moulin, because they did not used to have it. And they had my Hobby Lobby has recently. It seems like they've recently moved some stuff around, and it seems like they have more in the cross stitching, and Michael's continues to have less. So that's why I go to Hobby Lobby despite their politics. And also the little bookmarks weren't on sale, and this wasn't on sale, and the Rit die was not on sale, but again, for $2.99, that's a good price. But everything else, or the waste canvas wasn't on sale, but that was $2.99. And so everything else was on sale or on clearance, and so I was really happy about that. So thank y'all for watching my haul video, and again, I'll have a wholesale supply one probably tomorrow at some point, since I have to be off my feet or off this foot for 2 days. She wanted to take me out for a week, but I was just like, no, I gotta go to work. So I've got a couple of days with time to kill, And so, you know, I should have most everything up by then. But if y'all have any questions about anything, and do I have something back here? I don't know. If y'all have any questions about anything, then just post them below. If you're interested in my skincare products, or if you want me to consult you about a regimen I can make for you, or what have you, then send me a message. Comment below, like, follow. I greatly appreciate it. It'd be nice to have a bit more attention for my business. So thank y'all so much, and take care.